Now, the land debate has become a hot topic in South Africa with the recent rise in illegal land occupations. The land invaders say they are frustrated by the slow and apparent unfair process of RDP housing allocations. Newzroom Afrika's Sipha Kema takes us back to the eviction hotspots and joins us from Alexandra. Sipha, very good morning to you. We know that Alexandra has been a hot topic when it comes to the issue of land, the issuing of RDP houses, and the number of times that officials have had to demolish homes that people are building on land that they are not meant to. As we assess and look back at how the focus of land and land invasions and demolitions has taken place in Alexandra, let's talk a little bit about the impact that this has had on the community.
Well, certainly, Mpo. I mean, it has been, as you're saying, looking back at how this has affected communities. It's been over a year when we saw that day on the 31st of May 2019, these homes were demolished. Structures here were demolished by the Red Ants. As you know, that demolition caused an uproar across South Africa as we saw homeowners, the owners of the structures as well, crying and being so emotional on television, saying that, of course, they've spent a lot of money, and these are people who are not employed. They are unemployed. They took out loans from loan sharks just so that they can have a place of their own. Now, as you mentioned, that there's been a crisis when it comes to housing in Alexandra, and also trying to de-densify the township, as we know that it is intensely dense and homes are sitting literally on top of each other here. And also that also goes for the informal settlements on the far right, such as Isweta. So now open land was available, and the community here decided that this could be the best place to start building their homes and not wait for government to issue houses, as they've also made claims that the housing allocation process in Alexandra is flawed. People who were allegedly not supposed to receive houses were beneficiary of homes, and one of those the people who was at the forefront is one of the community leaders here, and that is Umande Nyati. I mean, we've seen that they were promised so many things the time after the demolition by then Mayor Herman Mashaba, saying he will assist in rebuilding this area here. But as you can see, it hasn't been built, but it has been replaced rather by a garden. But manje ukusukela lama evictions sesila namhlanje ngiyabona ukuthi nizamile ukwenza i-vegetable nyana, ezinye izindlu benisaqalisa ukwazikha kancinci.
Yeah, njani decided ukuthi singayenza ama-vegetables because sisalindile. Why senza ama-vegetables? Silinde ukuthi siyacomply ku-government. Le nto abasitshelena ukuthi singasayenzi bona baza-rebuilda, although abaka-rebuildi. That is why sithi masalinde yena ukuthi indawo ingabi vulnerable, sikwazi ukuthi senze i-vegetables. Sifeeda ama-community members labanganakudla, nabanye basinikelela ngama-10 rands ukuthi sikwazi ukuthi impilo yephambili.
Now siyabona mani tatumande ukuthi with ile community yenu ikuningo nikwenzayo as a community lapha baba. Na even the last time sasilapha nani kwakungekho zindlu, abantu who had no homes nabanceda by opening up your own homes to them so that they can have a roof over their head. When yenenza show ukuthi omama balala kwicala eli-1, otata balala kwicala labo.
Yeah, i-situation iyakwenza lokho ukuthi noma ungahlakaniphanga uze ukwazi ukuhlakanipha. Le nto le beyenza ukuthi omama sibabeke kubo bodwa, obaba babe kubo bodwa, bekuyi-situation. But besitry ukuthi abantu bakithi base-South Africa bakwazi ukuthi bathola indawo yokuthi bazifihle khona in a private place at all. Yes.
Now, Mandi, ukusukela now in terms of into illegal ke ngoku sesithethe about the legal part of the issue yenu yenzekayo. Where are you standing? Niphi manje ngendaba ukuthi ama-lawyer nokwenza sure ngoba there were talks about i-court order not being valid, and also abantu not owning up as to who ordered the evictions and the demolitions they structures in.
Yeah, as ubonile ukuthi after le demolition akekho noyi-1 bekafuna uku-accounta ukuthi uyazi ukuthi bekwenzakalani. But njengamanje ngoba i-court order beyingekho, and then abazange basinikeza ama-eviction letter. So namhlanje ama-lawyer aphezu kwayo le ndaba. Bo-Ombudsman, Human Rights Commission, they are trying to assist us. As we speak now, and then ama-letter ayeza ukuthi abonise ukuthi kuyabonakala ukuthi siyakuphi. Yes.
And then from there usukela ke manje apho ngiyabona ukuthi you rebuilt on the other side, which is eliqala sikulu manje that we were walking to. This section apha you started rebuilding again izindlu about that. Have there been any issues around urebuilda le ndawo yenu?
Not yet rebuilding, because leqala esikulo bebathe singa rebuild. As you see, but as long as a rebuilder, as uSitha promisile ukuthi yena uzo rebuilder for us. Sisalindile ukuthi yena asirebuildele. Unfortunately ne foundation akakayiqali. So kungakho ndene lezi bezisele lezi uzibonayo.
And then just before ubaba uMashaba aphume umayor former mayor uMashaba ebesaqalisa process of unfakela ugesi. Ime ndawoni lo process?
Yeah, inkinga yegesi sisasenayo, and then le promise ayipromisile ayikazi yenzeka. So that is why namanje sisastruggle. Le winter beyingozi kakhulu, but sikwazile ukubekezela. Siphile without no electricity. As we speak now, everyone here is in need of electricity as a basic need of all South Africans. Yes.
So now, is situation to end the situation lebeni kuyo yongazazi ukuthi whether niyahamba noma anihambi kule ndawo, is it say solve ukuthi niyavumeleka ukuthi nihlale lapha apha lapha enatsikeni lapha Alex apha ngakuyaske River?
If you still remember, Herman Mashaba, the day he was here, he was giving us a letter and he was writing in black and white that we have to stay here, that he can do, he will rebuild, and then he can give us an electricity and a sanitation. So that is why I have a strong belief that we are not going nowhere, as he said, and we have in writing black and white.
And ungitshela man Babu Mande that just before lento yenzeka apha lapha nizama ukuncedana neYaske River apha kweliqala lenu, so that ingahli ngoba le river iyaziwa ukuthi kunetha iyathanda unyuka and then amanzi aphumele aflade.
Yes, as ubona labantu njengoba babhizi basebenza, community, they are trying to make Jokske right. As we go, you can see we are trying to control Jokske because we were waiting for government to do it for us, but unfortunately they didn't do anything for us. So we are doing for ourselves. So we are donating 50 rands per household. We buy the cement. That is why we are busy with Jokske. We can go and have a look.
Okay, thank you so much. That's Mande Nyati here, community leader of Alex. If you remember the demolitions that occurred last year on the 31st of May, where we saw families, homes being torn down, families crying, being emotional at that time. It seems as though they've actually picked up the pieces following those evictions.